So this video kind of took a weird turn halfway through recording for it. Originally the goal was just to like show all the scammy, YouTuber merch that they sell on Amazon. And like it very clearly is not put there by the creators themselves. Also, I found a lot of examples of fan art just being like slapped on a shirt or a mug and being resold. So basically the point of this video was going to be talking about how Amazon basically just steals merch ideas and then resells them as their own. That was the plan. And then it kind of turned into, if I search a YouTuber, what's the weirdest thing I can find on Amazon that's associated with them? Between me clicking on things I thought was funny and Amazon not actually knowing who these YouTubers are most of the time, I got some real weird results. So the first thing I searched was CrankGamePlays. And the first things that come up are like actually just merch. It's mostly just the legitimate merch designs just stolen and placed on a hoodie or a t-shirt and then being sold through Amazon. And I clicked on one so I could show you what happens when you try and buy merch through Amazon, because it's real weird. So this hoodie, it's being sold for $15.93. Except it's not really, because you have to click customize now, which is the only way you can pick any color you want, basically. Any sizing, any coloring, you have to click customize now. Where if you just go through the merch link that the YouTubers provide you, it's everything's the same price. But if you go on Amazon, everything's a different price. Like for men's and women's, it's a different price. You can get a premium shirt. If you want a hoodie, it's $20 extra, so it would end up being like $35. Youth clothes are different prices. And then for every size difference, it's another $1. So it starts out small, would remain at your $15. But if you want a medium, it's an extra $1. A large is $2. Extra large is $3. So basically every size you go up, you have to go up an extra $1. And then if you want to pick any color besides pink, it's another $2. So not only are they just stealing merch designs, they're also like way overcharging you for merch designs, because this kind of stuff probably isn't that high of quality because it's from Amazon. A hoodie, that'd be $35, and if you wanted it in any other color besides baby pink, it would then be $37, almost $38 because of the 93 cents. And if you needed it in any size besides a small, they're still tacking on more money. So if you needed an extra large, then it would be over $40. And if you just go to crankgameplays.com, you can get the same hoodie for $45. It's probably better quality, you're actually supporting the creator. Basically, the better option is to just go to the YouTuber's website and get your merch that way if you truly want to support the creator. Because one of the biggest complaints about YouTuber merch is that it's expensive, but this hoodie is advertised as $15.93 when really it would come out to almost the exact same price. And it takes over a month to get here. So that was originally the only thing I was going to be talking about in this video, but then I just started seeing weird things. Like this hoodie with the dog and it saying Soft Boy. Soft Boy is kind of like part of Ethan's whole merch collection, but I don't think I've ever seen this design, and I was like, oh, that's probably just some fan art that they've stolen. Comes in all kinds of different colors and things, and then I keep scrolling and it's just more stolen merch. But then like like a hoodie for Dream came up and I was like, that's pretty weird. But then again, Amazon just doesn't know different YouTubers. And then this t-shirt was right next to it. And it's like your generic antisocial t-shirt. And that's kind of where I was thinking like, maybe I should just focus on what kind of weird shit comes up when I search different YouTubers. At that point, there was like a related section. And in that related section, I had Jacksepticeye merch. So I just clicked on that. So we went straight to Jacksepticeye. And from here on out, I had a real fun time just looking at the first one or two things that came up whenever I searched a new YouTuber, because I'm pretty sure that they are almost completely unrelated and they are strictly related to what I clicked on last time. Because searching Jacksepticeye, the first things that came up was an Unus Annus blanket and a shirt that said Funkle on it. What an interesting thing to put first and foremost while searching YouTuber merch. But then we scroll down and we see more like just stolen merch designs, stolen fan art. But then we have I paused my game to be here and a different Funkle shirt, which was interesting. We have more like stolen fan art, stolen merch designs. And then we have a different I paused my game to be here and this shirt. This shirt comes up all the time whenever I search YouTubers. I don't know why. I was doing research for this video a few days ago and this shirt came up under the CrankGamePlays merch. And I don't know what it is about YouTubers that has Amazon constantly showing me this shirt under them. We have more of these weird kind of antisocial shirts. If you read my shirt, that's enough interaction for the day. To me, this feels like grandparents who buy their grandkids YouTuber merch off Amazon also are kind of like, oh, this kid won't get off their damn phone, and so they give them these like shirts that are like, I don't talk to anybody, or I only want to play video games, because that's how grandparents feel about kids. I feel like that's one of the reasons Amazon feels like they're related, is because people who buy off-brand YouTuber merch would probably also buy things complaining about the way kids behave or the way kids interact with their phone or the internet or video games. And then of course in related, Markiplier came up, so I went ahead and did him next. The very first thing that came up were 2 different Funkle shirts. Why does Amazon think I'm an uncle? I guess I am technically an uncle, but I think Amazon knows more about me than I do. I forgot my sister had a kid. Anyways, it's just more stolen merch designs, more stolen fan art, and then I found this absolutely beautiful blanket. Oh my god! Look at his face! Oh! I got a good laugh out of that for like a minute or so. Then I noticed that a bunch of Unus Annus merch was also coming up when I looked under Markiplier, so that's what I searched up next. Again, the Funkle shirt came up first. Not sure what that's about. But under the Unus Annus search, we got a lot of black and white, a lot of blankets for some reason, a lot of the hourglass. The Unus Annus search has way more stolen fan art than any of the other YouTubers I searched up. There's so much stolen fan art just like slapped onto a t-shirt or a hoodie or a blanket and another Funkle shirt. I don't know why. But like there are some beautiful pieces of fan art here that are just straight up ripped. And it makes me so sad because these are absolutely beautiful designs that these artists are not going to get credit for. There are some of the Camp Unus Annus merch. There's also like a lot more Unus Annus related things than anything else. Whenever you put in a YouTuber's name, there's like 3 or 4 rows of stuff, and then after that it gets kind of just random or just anything video game related, anything antisocial related like we were talking about earlier. But for Unus Annus, there was like actually a good amount of stuff that was Unus Annus specific. But going back to talking about the fan art that's just kind of stuck on a shirt, this was one of the most egregious examples I saw, not only because this is so clearly fan art, but because they didn't even try to edit out the person's at. Like if you zoom in, you can see that they watermarked the art, and whoever stole this didn't even try to take it out. I, for the life of me, cannot read this. I wish I could so I could shout them out. It's something _art, but I'm having trouble reading it. But it's just like, they had their watermark on it and it still got stolen. That's some bullshit. And what's even funnier is I bet Amazon's selling the shirt and just leaving the watermark on there. But like, here's a sticker of the Dance of Italy that is very clearly fan art that is stolen. And yet another Funkle shirt. I wanted to do something completely different than video game YouTubers because I just kept getting gaming shirts over and over again. So I decided to go with JaidenAnimations. She's got a recognizable character, and I don't think she's done too many merch drops in the past. So I figured it'd be pretty interesting to see what Amazon could come up with. First thing that comes up, thankfully, is not another fucking Funkle shirt, but it was Ari, JaidenAnimations, bird. And it just says ice merch. But I think it's supposed to be Ari as a Pokemon. I'm not sure which Pokemon. So at least it's related to the YouTuber and it's not that stupid Funkle shirt and it's not video games. I still feel like that's probably just fan art or a merch design that got stolen. So that's not very good. But at least it was related. Then we have Ari with just the word dog underneath. Again, I'm pretty sure that's already a merch design. And then I found it again on a mug. Pretty sure this is just stolen merch. I like this mug a lot though. I got a lot of shirts that were like, just a girl who loves anime and sketching, or I like anime and I like to draw. I got a lot of those. I think when you have animations in your name, Amazon is just like, you like anime. And then of course we got some different stuff. Searching for JaidenAnimations, of course we also get a bunch of Odd Ones Out stuff. They're big animators on YouTube, so therefore Amazon says they're the same person. So if you know anything about JaidenAnimations, you know she has a pet bird named Ari. And a few years ago, I think at this point, she had like a plush that she put out of Ari. And so when I saw this, I thought that was very funny and I had to click on it. It led to literally nothing, which is very disappointing. JacksFilms was another YouTuber that is not a gamer that I decided to look up, and this was the very first shirt that came off, and I thought this was very funny. I'm not weird, I'm just more creative than you. This doesn't scream JacksFilms to me, but also it kinda does. But besides that, it's just stolen merch design, stolen merch design, stolen merch design, stolen merch design, you know, the usual. And then, completely out of nowhere, Lil Peep. So that was odd. There are for some reason also a lot of baby onesies under JacksFilms, which I thought was weird, and again, more of those like shirts that just say random quotes on them and are supposed to be funny, I guess. Next I went for Danny Gonzalez, and the first thing that comes up is, I am Greg, doing Greg things, followed immediately by I'm David, doing David things. So, what probably happened here is Amazon got an influx of people buying shirts that said the name Greg on them in relation to Danny Gonzalez and just assumed that they went together, which I guess they do, but also just not really. We've got a lot of stolen merch designs again. This lovely spooky boy mug makes me very happy. I love it a lot. It looks like shit. It looks like the worst quality, but I think it's very funny. A lot of Greg things and a lot of Danny things. I also saw that a lot of the things were being distributed or sold by this company called Generic, which is so funny and so ironic because it's just taking something so personalized to a YouTuber and making it generic. So that's probably why they're called that. But there were like quite a few things that were just being sold by this one company. They cornered the market on the fake Danny Gonzalez merch, I guess. Also, this lovely burrito blanket came up under Danny Gonzalez. Also, a bunch of t-shirts about sex jokes came up. And then completely out of nowhere, there was this absolutely phenomenal Tupac shirt. And that's when I was like, okay, time to move on. I didn't even see the shirt down there that says Slime Queen, honestly. If you search Danny Gonzalez, obviously you also have to search Drew Gooden, so that's what came up next. And the first shirt that came up, oh my god. Jail is not cool. T-shirts for adult celebrity mugshot. And it's just a mugshot of Justin Bieber. And then immediately after that, the very next shirt, people who don't like anime are not real and should not be trusted. I don't understand how this relates to Drew Gooden in any way, or why Amazon thinks I would want either of these two t-shirts. After those completely bizarre t-shirts, we get into the stolen merch section. Just all stolen designs, all stolen fan art, but that was completely random. And then all of a sudden it was a bunch of Kanye hoodies and Kanye shirts, which was weird. And then we started getting into the roadwork stuff. Stickers, hoodies, t-shirts, anything that said roadwork ahead, sure hope it does. What I found really funny was this hoodie that looks like a safety vest. I thought that was pretty funny. I saw one hoodie that says, this is my hangover hoodie, a socks with sandals hoodie, and then I was like, okay, we're starting to get into the random stuff again. So after trying and failing like 80 times, I finally spelled KelseyDangerous right. She worked for BuzzFeed for a long time and she got really big. I think it was before COVID. She got really big for doing the 100 Baby Challenge. And now she does a lot of Sims content on her own channel. So I figured we could try her. And the first thing that came up for her was just blatant rips of her design, her regular merch. And then this gem. Oh my god. I don't know what this has to do with Kelsey. Now, don't get me wrong, I would definitely buy something like this. I just don't understand why Amazon thinks it's related to KelseyDangerous. Did I miss something? Did Kelsey release a merch design like this that I don't know about? And like, there are some YouTubers who are very open about their sexuality and that's a big part of their YouTube channel. Kelsey is not one of them. So I really don't understand the whole rainbows, the whole goat's head. I feel like if I had been looking up Jessie Page, or a YouTuber that spends like quite a bit of time talking about their sexuality, that would make a little bit more sense, but it just doesn't fit with Kelsey. I also saw this was design on a mug. Again, I'm not sure why this design specifically is so heavily associated with Kelsey on Amazon. I also found this weird My First Lobotomy shirt. Kelsey's channel exudes like fun and happy and lightheartedness, so I'm really not sure where all this like horror story stuff is coming from. There wasn't even really much to look at under Kelsey's name. Like, Amazon stopped me, like not even after a full page. So there just wasn't much to look at. Because it's been 2 years at this point since Jenna Marbles left the internet, I decided we should look up some Jenna Marbles stuff, because I figured it would mostly be fan art by this point. And I was correct. There's a lot of just pictures of Jenna Marbles on hoodies, picture of her on mugs, pictures of the dogs on mugs. There's a lot of pictures of her and Julian in the Claire's makeover on mugs. There's just screenshots, and then they're cut out and put on stickers. There was this absolute gem that I don't know what it has to do with Jenna Marbles, but it was very funny. Between the Jenna Marbles stuff and the Unus Annus stuff, these are some gorgeous designs that I know are fan art that was stolen from some small creator, and it makes me so sad. Because I mean, look at this mug. This is an absolutely beautiful design. That is some gorgeous artwork. I would be willing to bet this person posted this somewhere on the internet, or even has an Etsy shop and is trying to sell this, and instead Amazon ripped it and is now making money off it. And of course, in the description and stuff, there was no like mention of the actual original creator, because why would Amazon admit that it was stealing designs? But like, that is some absolute gorgeous artwork that the person who created it is not getting credit for. And then I saw something that like really baffled me. I feel like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. So this is labeled Solamita, Julian, Jenna, Leisure Marbles Suit, Best something. You would think it's Jenna Marbles in the leisure suit, just copy and paste it onto something, a t-shirt, a mug, something, right? It's not. It's a mug that says, lead like Jed, advise like Leo, think like Josh, speak like CJ, argue like Toby, write like Sam. I don't know who any of those people are. I don't know what this has to do with Jenna Marbles. I think somebody got confused, and not just me. Somebody got their fandoms crossed, I think. Then we started to just get into the random stuff, and it wasn't even close to being YouTuber related anymore. Snake Discovery is a channel I've been watching for a long time because I love reptiles, I have reptiles. And Snake Discovery actually does make a lot of merch and sells a lot of merch and has a bunch of different designs all the time. So one of the very first things that came up is a shirt that is not a Snake Discovery design as far as I'm aware. It just has the word snake in it. And then immediately after that, we start getting into just the ripped merch. Basically just every Snake Discovery design sold on Amazon. But then after that, we start to getting into more just generic snake related things. We've got a snake bracelet, a bunch of shirts that just say I like snakes. That's it. They just say I like snakes with a little snake next to it. Like, don't get me wrong, these snakes are cute and everything, but it's just like, I like snakes. It reminds me of when we were looking under JaidenAnimations and it's just like, I like anime. Okay. There's a hognose vinyl, which Snake Discovery, one of the snakes they specialize in is hognose snakes, so that kind of makes sense to be put under them. But hognoses are also very popular snakes, so does Amazon know that, or does Amazon just know hognoses are popular snakes? A lot of I like snakes not people, a lot of just a girl who likes snakes. Basically just super generic, super boring kind of stuff. There was this one necklace that looked pretty cool, but beyond that it was mostly just pictures of snakes with some generic ass text next to it. Something that really confused me, something that I really like about Snake Discovery is they're not a kids channel, but they're also like doing their best to make sure that people, kids and adults alike, but usually kids, aren't afraid of reptiles. Their channel is very PG, very kid friendly, very accessible for everyone. So it kind of makes sense that under them would be, it's my 8th birthday with a picture of a snake on it. Like, cute, fun. Immediately next to that is a wedding ring. First of all, don't buy your wedding ring on Amazon. Just blanket statement, don't do that. A $13? A $14 wedding ring? Also a no. And also, it's bizarre to me that those are right next to each other. And neither of them really have to do with Snake Discovery. But moving on from that. SimplyNailogical was a pretty big YouTuber for a long time. She since moved on to doing more streaming content, and she has her own nail polish brand. I remember she's made a video in the past, and I think she's also talked about this on her podcast, specifically about Amazon taking her merch designs and reselling them, and now she's done her best to mitigate that or try and fight against that. So I thought it would be interesting to see if that has worked any. So I looked up SimplyNailogical to see if we could find any of her merch being resold. So my first try at searching SimplyNailogical is just a bunch of nail supplies, no merch redesigns. I tried wording it a little different and adding some different kinds of spacing, and again, I wasn't finding any of her merch on there. She hasn't done merch in a while, I'm pretty sure, so maybe it's just fallen out of fashion. And then I searched Holo Taco, because that's the name of her nail polish company. So I wanted to see if people were trying to sell Holo Taco on Amazon and trying to pretend like it was actually the real stuff. On the first try, it was mostly just t-shirts that had tacos on them, so far so good. But just searching the words Holo Taco gives you nail polish, not Holo Taco branded nail polish or fake Holo Taco branded as Holo Taco, but it does give you some sort of nail polish. Specifically, there is one brand. There's this one brand, ILMP, that keeps coming up in place of Holo Taco almost. And it has this little marker that says small business on it. I don't know how true that is. If the only way they can find to sell stuff is through Amazon, good for them. But if they really are a small business that are trying to make it big, I really hope that they get some more traction through their own means instead of having to go through Amazon, because Amazon sucks. But luckily, there's no actual Holo Taco stuff being sold through Amazon, or no fake Holo Taco being sold through Amazon, so that's very good. So the last thing I want to do is I want to look up VSauce. VSauce, I feel like, has kind of fallen off ever since they started like doing that YouTuber exclusive stuff that you had to pay for, like the YouTube Red series. But they were really, really big back in the day. So I wanted to look to see if there was anything VSauce related, or even science related. So one of the first things that came up were these pants that had Taco Bell in rainbow colors, which I think might have come up because I was searching Holo Taco, but I thought that was pretty funny. And then after a short scroll, first of all, there was nothing about science, and second of all, this is one of the very first things that popped up. Russian martial arts DVD with this absolutely lovely cover art. So I think that's enough Amazon for me today. Was there a moral to this story? Don't shop on Amazon? Honestly, I don't know if there's a moral to this. I'm obviously going to advocate that you support the creator you enjoy watching directly. I know sometimes it's really hard to afford, especially YouTuber merch, but I think a lot of times the quality is a good trade-off. You could buy a $15 Amazon shirt, have it fall apart in 2 weeks, or you could support the creator you like, buy a high quality, usually close to $30 t-shirt, and have it actually last, and then you're actually supporting somebody. And also, try Etsy. A lot of these fan art designs are drawn by somebody. They're not just out in the world. Somebody made them. So if you're really liking like the fan art style pieces, look on Etsy first. On Etsy, you're at least supporting the person who drew the design, not some random big giant corporation. I honestly cannot wait for the day Unus Annus merch starts showing up in thrift stores. I missed all of the Unus Annus merch, and I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for it on eBay. That's absurd. People who buy merch and then just resell it on eBay just to turn a profit, fuck you, you're literally the worst. But I cannot wait for the day it starts showing up in thrift stores and you'll go thrift shopping, and all of a sudden you'll find just merch for your favorite creators. That'll be so much fun. I can't wait. YouTube merch is a really weird thing that a lot of people like to argue over. A lot of people say it's way too expensive for things like just a hoodie, but like you can get some really good quality stuff. And I hope you all liked this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.